there has been this debate over debates.
Right.
And I think the bottom line is, regardless of what your camp says and what his camp say, you all have not been able to agree on debates. And for the average person out there, that taxpayer who says, look, whichever one of you win, we're paying your salaries. Don't we have the right to hear you all side by side, going at it, debating the issues, so that we can be better informed? Because these ads just aren't doing it. It's confusing everyone, and people want to see candidates side by side. In 2000, you called for debates, and they're saying that in 2000, when you were trying to unseat Spencer Abraham, which you successfully did, you called for 3 debates, a town hall format, hour-long, made available to network television, and they are saying, we will meet you anytime, any place. Why can't we get this done?
Well, Chuck, I couldn't agree more, which is why immediately after the primary, back in August, I agreed to the same 2 debates that have been done since the mid-90s. And so one debate with Detroit Economic Club, and there was a request to have it done partnering with television, with Channel 7. I told Detroit Economic Club that was all right with me, even though it was different than before. And then Grand Valley, which would be a public television statewide.
On the west side of the state.
West side, east side, statewide. And we said, let's do it. We started emailing and phone calling and saying, let's sit down and work out all the details, which the 2 camps have to do. They never returned our emails or phone calls, and then continued.
But you know, was there ever a time, though, Senator, where just you said, you know what, the handlers aren't getting this done. Pete, I'm picking up the phone. Let's get this done. We can do this, and sometimes you got to cut through that. I mean, the handlers are going to do what they have to do, but you know how it is. Sometimes it just has to be the candidates say, we're going to make this happen.
Well, first of all, let me say this whole process has reaffirmed why back in 2000 that I called for a separate debate commission like they have in the presidential level, so that we could cut through all of this debate on debates, which I think it does not serve the public interest. The reality is that in trying to cut through on a number of occasions, we're trying to talk. We set up a separate individual from the campaign that would try to negotiate. It became clear to me that my opponent wanted an issue. He wanted to debate an empty chair. He did about 30 different attacks saying we didn't want to debate, and then we would say, hey, we're happy to debate.
They're saying that you're just protecting this huge lead that you have. You're looking at the polls and you're talking to your people, and they're saying, why in the world would I run the risk of getting into a debate and making a huge mistake here? And all of a sudden, it's no longer 20 points or 13 points. Are you protecting your lead?
No, this is absolutely about the fact that I think they'd rather have an issue than a debate. You might want to talk to the folks from Grand Valley, where they never responded to Grand Valley. We talked to them. We were ready to go, They never responded to Grand Valley. And so, you know, it's unfortunate. I think in the future, what we need to do is have a separate group that is in charge of that, so we can cut through all of this in the public interest. And in the meantime, I'm looking forward to talking about what I've done to fight for middle-class families and seniors and
we won't get that settled here.